everybody. We got a monumental event, somewhat, I guess you could say. Not that this is what I'm here for. And I do have a bunch of announcements to make. But obviously, we reached 10,000 subscribers, and that's excellent. I want to thank everybody who did subscribe and share the videos and all that. Greatly appreciated. And, keep doing that. Like the videos, all that, blah, blah, blah. Leave comments and, help defeat the algorithm. So if you look in the description, you can find references to all these updates that I'm about to get into. The first one is the recent November 4th ticket trial for picketing in a residential neighborhood at the governor's residence, or outside near the governor's residence in the cul-de-sac. We were never on his property, never intended to go on his property, whatever. So there were 9 of us there, known as the Newfields 9, and I represented myself. Everyone else was represented by counsel. There's still 2 more trials to go, as I understand it. Savage Truth 603, Skylar Bennett. He has his trial coming up. If you're not subscribed to him, go give him a follow. He needs some subs. Savage Truth 603. And so anyways, I represented myself at trial. It was about 2.5 hours long. We got the whole thing on video. Free Keen was there filming, Ian Freeman from Free Keen. So he's got the whole thing. He's going to release that once we have a verdict. We have, I believe, 11 days, 10 or 11 days. We had 14 days to file our constitutional objections. Seth Hipple followed me, representing another 4 of the defendants for these unlawful tickets that were targeted at our free speech, our First Amendment. And I actually proved that at trial with my cross-examination of the police officers and state troopers. One of the state troopers, Trooper Dodds, I salute you, sir. You were on point and very helpful with your testimony. He did not lie. He said he knew that the residence, 71 Hemlock Court, was the governor's, and he also said that the town ordinance was created to protect the governor from all of our previous protests. And the only reason that they ticketed us and they arrested Skylar, Savage Truth, he was arrested. So, where was I? He said that the reason that they reacted the way they did was because all of the previous protests were compounded into that one event, which is ridiculous because many people were there for the first time ever, and including Skylar. He had never been to one of these protests before, and most of them probably didn't even know that it was the governor's house. That's besides the point. Also, the other trial that is yet to proceed on that is the reporter from New Hampshire Journal that was there taking pictures and reporting on the tickets or the protest, the candlelight vigil. So he got ticketed for being there as well. So looking forward to that trial. Chris made him it. Now we'll move on to the next one. Is tomorrow, anyone who's in New Hampshire, there is a public hearing at the State House at 9 a.m. regarding these medical mandates and all of that. So the public testimony will not be limited in any way. So if you have a 30-minute speech, go deliver that 30-minute speech. So I'm urging everyone in New Hampshire, even take the day off of work if you can. If you can't, you can't. But if you can, you should. And go give testimony at this public hearing at the State House regarding that. What's up, Georgia? Event Horizon. Got some California in here. How's it going on the West Coast? You guys got some work to do out there. No offense, of course. So get down there. the information is in the description for that hearing tomorrow at 9 a.m. So the third thing here, I was arrested again after the executive council debacle on October 13th for breach of bail conditions, and at one of the other trials for the whole ticketing thing. So there were 2 trials that took place about 2 weeks ago, and I was there, and I was arrested for breach of bail conditions because I was arrested at the executive council meeting we have the charging documents finally. I was arrested for making a loud noise. Making a loud noise. What that loud noise is, I don't know. The video doesn't show any noise at all. I was actually the quietest person in the room, arguably. And Therese Grinnell, my nurse friend, we were sitting next to each other, and we were the first 2 that got arrested together. She was arrested for saying amen. And right after she said amen, the numerous other people in the room said amen. We have video footage. The camera person on one of them said amen. And none of them were arrested for saying amen. And of course, 7 other people were arrested after us for various versions of making noise or saying, why are you arresting them? Maybe you should arrest the emperor and all that. I can actually, I can get into that once I get to this next one. So yeah, I have the breach of bail, arraignment, information's in the description for anyone local. Go check that out. If you can show up and support, that would be great. I will likely be representing myself. We all have counsel right now, but I'm probably going to pull out of being represented by counsel and represent myself on the executive council arrests. So on the 19th, there is the arraignment for the executive council arrests, and everyone should be there. That one is going to be huge. We need as many patriots as we can get outside and as many to come inside. If you want to come exercise your Second Amendment, please do come exercise it outside in support of us. And we need as many people that want to go inside to come inside. So yeah, that's at 8 o'clock in Concord, New Hampshire. So something else I would like to point out about those executive council arrests and these the charging documents that we got. One odd thing is we all have the same arresting officer, Samuel Provenza, even though we were all most certainly not all arrested by the same officer. It's clearly seen in the video. There was a lot of people, whoever commented, did they live stream the hearings? I'm not sure if that one was being live streamed, but there were so many people documenting that. It's ridiculous how much video we have of that thing. Another key point to make here is that in the charging document, it says, after receiving warning from Governor Sununu and state troopers, in the warning from Governor Sununu, even though he's not law enforcement, this is the key point. Governor Sununu can't issue a warning. Only the law enforcement can. So he's going to be on the stand. If they want to take these forward, you better believe Governor Sununu is going to have to get up there and say why he was giving lawful orders. Are you impersonating law enforcement, sir? You're the governor. You're my servant, as are these troopers and officers. But that's besides the point. So Governor Sununu, he's going down. He's toast. After this thing, he is toast. His political career is over. His dreams of getting into the Senate are over. So they said, after we received a warning from Governor Sununu, because we sang the Pledge of Allegiance too enthusiastically. If you go back and watch the videos, you'll hear us sing the Pledge of Allegiance like a group of proud patriots And then we were chastised by Governor Sununu for disrupting the meeting as he led us in the Pledge of Allegiance. The meeting hadn't even started yet. It's like mind-boggling, all of the details in this situation. It's completely absurd. So they said that continued verbal disruptions would result in arrest. So supposedly we were warned that any further verbal disruptions would result in arrest. Now, the problem with that is you have to be individually warned. And no one was individually warned except me. I was actually individually warned. But after I was individually warned, I didn't make a peep. I didn't say anything. And so they said I made a loud noise. I made a loud noise, which is not a verbal disruption, if I even made a loud noise, which I didn't, which you can clearly see in the video. So, other people, like I said, Therese was arrested for saying amen. You can take a screenshot of that there. She was arrested for saying amen. This person, Albert Todd, was arrested for yelling loud words. And the meeting didn't skip a beat. As we're all getting arrested, the executive council and the governor are chatting away, continuing on with their business. So when did the actual disruption occur? When did the meeting stop? It didn't. Someone else here, this is Kathleen. She was arrested for saying, leave him alone. Allegedly. Right? She allegedly said, leave him alone. Someone else said, you just took $1,000 from his father. And or, what is wrong with you guys? So, is it and or? Like, do you know, what did they say? They don't even know if they said this or that. Someone else said, you can't make things up. Allegedly. And they were arrested for it. Someone else allegedly yelled, that's a lie. And they were arrested. This is the best one. Someone allegedly said, we are the people. You are arresting the wrong people. Why don't you arrest the damn emperor? And then this person was arrested for the same thing as me, making loud noises. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, folks. You can't make this stuff up. So I urge everyone to check the time and date for that in Concord, New Hampshire, for the New Hampshire Noble 9 arrest. That's going to be a huge, big deal. And then number 5, if you would like to grieve your government, you could see Troop D was the arresting agency, and specifically the same officer, Samuel Provenza, do a Google search on him. Samuel Provenza, Provenza. You contact Troop D Barracks by whatever means. There's email and the phone number and all that is in the description. So feel free to give them a call during business hours and voice your grievances or whatever it may be. Praise them if you want to praise them for it. But that's something that I wanted to put into people's minds. That'd be great if you could help out with that. And the last one is anyone who's in New Hampshire who's been attending the Saturday Freedom Fest events from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. at the State House. I'm going to be leading a new event, or I guess you could just call it an event, every Saturday at noon, following the Freedom Fest event or rally. It's called Liberty Tree Watering Service. So something that many New Hampshireites don't even know. Many of you don't know I'm a native New Hampshireite. And we have a cutting or a clone from the original Liberty tree that was chopped down in the Boston Commons. And the chopping down of the Liberty tree was one of the incidences that really sparked off the revolution. So we have a clone of that tree on the State House grounds, and every Saturday at noon, we're going to start a ceremony to water the Liberty tree. We'll bless the water. Maybe we'll drop some of our own blood in it. Who knows? However creative we want to get. But this is going to be a regular thing. Come down there and network. You can skip the rally thing, but definitely the hardcore people, please come down to the Liberty Tree and network. Come meet some people, introduce yourself. Noon every Saturday at the New Hampshire State House over by the little Liberty Tree. You should be able to see me. Can't miss this beard, right? So thank you all for the comments. I haven't been able to really keep up with the comments, and I can't respond to the comments either. I got to get some good admins on the channel. I'm not technically savvy person either. But again, also I'd like to wrap this up by thanking everybody again for liking and subscribing and sharing all the videos. If you haven't seen the ticket thing, go to Tyranny at its Finest videos. Go check out the other playlists. They're all in chronological order. I just tightened them all up. And thank you all for being here. I don't want to keep you too long. Have a good night. And, take a stand. Hold the line, Patriots. Hold the line.